Never chase, never beg, never explain. Your silence is your superpower. Hey, Stoic warrior, ever notice how the second we feel ignored, we start typing? We chase, we double text, we write that long paragraph, hoping they'll finally get us. But here's the truth. Every time you hit send on that explanation, you hand them the remote control to your peace. Today we're flipping that script. In the next 10 minutes you'll learn why your silence isn't a weakness, it's the superpower. Marcus Aurelius used to run an empire without running after anyone. Section 1. Never chase. Marcus wrote in his journal, "Let silence speak where words cannot." He wasn't being poetic. He was reminding himself that chasing approval is just slavery in a tuxedo. The faster you run after people, the faster they sprint the other way. So stop running. When you vanish, the vacuum you leave forces them to stare at the echo of their own behavior. Epictetus called it the dichotomy of control. Your legs are yours, their attention is not. Walk away once, no announcement, no fireworks, and watch power land back in the only place it ever belonged, your 2 feet pointed toward the next chapter. Section 2. Never beg. Begging is chasing on its knees. It smells like vulnerability, but it's fear wearing cologne. Seneca said the loudest cries for closure come from people who already know the answer. Closure is an inside job. Demanding it from someone else is like asking a tornado to return the roof. Tonight, try a 5-minute prefrontal poverty drill. Picture the text thread you keep rereading going silent forever. Breathe through the panic. At 90 seconds, the urge to beg peaks, then recedes like a wave. That ebb is proof your dignity can outlast the storm. The moment you feel it, you've already signed the apology you kept waiting for them to deliver. Section 3. Never explain. Explaining is begging wearing speckles looks smarter, still kneels. Every justification you offer someone committed to misunderstanding you becomes evidence against you in the court of their ego. Marcus warned, the best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. If they distort, you clarify with quiet. If they shout, you whisper by walking. Next time you feel the itch to draft a 3-paragraph defense, press the home button and stare at your reflection. Ask, would I need to explain this to someone on my side? If the answer is yes, find better company. If no, save the bandwidth. The person who deserves your story will never require a PowerPoint. If you've ever deleted a paragraph before sending it, hit like because you just practiced Stoic editing. Comment, my silence is my power, so the algorithm knows which army we're building. Section 4. Silence as mirror. Silence isn't the absence of sound, it's the presence of consequence. When you withdraw explanation, the other person meets the raw footage of their own choices. Psychologists call it contrast gain. The sudden quiet makes prior noise unmistakable. A friend who mocked your dreams will, in your silence, hear their own words bounce back. A partner who took you for granted will feel the weight of the space you once filled. People don't change when you lecture them. They change when the movie of their life loses its soundtrack and they finally notice the plot holes. Section 5. Silence as sword. But isn't silence passive? Only if you think a sheathed sword is harmless. The blade of silence is choice. You decide where and when to speak, turning every word into a deliberate strike instead of frantic flailing. Miyamoto Musashi fought duels in quiet, claiming opponents who screamed revealed openings faster than those who smiled. Likewise, in a toxic meeting, the calmest person steers the agenda. Everyone else is too busy performing to read the power map. Hold your tongue today. Speak tomorrow when the terrain favors you. That delay isn't cowardice, it's cavalry arriving on higher ground. Section 6. Practical silence. Here are 3 micro-habits to weaponize quiet without feeling robotic. First, the 2-breath rule. Before replying to any bait, inhale once for data, once for direction. By then, the urge to bark usually passes. Second, the thumb lock. When typing a heated reply, press your thumb on the home button for 3 seconds, long enough for cortisol to dip and dignity to rise. Third, the silent scoreboard. Keep a private note of every time you resisted explaining, watch the tally climb, and your need to chase plummet. At 20 marks, reward yourself with something you used to beg others to give an afternoon off, a solo movie, a long run. Your brain learns fast. Silence pays better than supplication. Drop a comment telling us the last situation where silence saved you. I read every story, and pin the best one to remind the tribe that quiet warriors exist worldwide. Conclusion. So remember, never chase, let absence audition for you. Never beg, let closure be your own signature on the contract of peace. Never explain, let confusion educate the unworthy. Your silence isn't empty. It's full of answers you owe to no one but yourself. Walk forward today with sealed lips and an open spine. The people meant to walk beside you will hear the echo of your footsteps and match your pace. No slideshow, no pleading, no chase. And for those who don't, the closing of your door will be the only sound they ever truly understood.